humongous breaking news to bring you. According to ESPN, Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred has just removed Pete Rose from the league's permanent ineligible list. What that means is that he is now presumably eligible for election into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Manfred ruled the MLB's punishment of banned individuals ends upon their deaths. And of course, as we all know, Pete Rose passed away in September of last year. In fact, tomorrow the Reds and the entire city are planning to honor the hit king with Pete Rose night at the Reds game. I have Marty Brennaman on my cell phone right now. Marty Brennaman, you can hear me, right?
I surely can, Tanya.
Okay, I'm going to put this on speaker. Can you hear? Marty, first, your thoughts on what has just occurred.
Well, I'm not surprised because I've said it over the last 48 hours that it would not surprise me one bit for the ban to be announced as being lifted on or before Pete Rose night, which as you stated, is coming up tomorrow night. It's going to be interesting now to see what transpires now that the commissioner has elected to lift the ban. I think, honestly, that President Trump probably had a hand in this thing when he called Manfred to the White House a week or two or three or whatever it was ago. And whatever the reason is, I think Reds fans are going to be absolutely thrilled out of their minds that after all these years, he's finally become eligible for the Baseball Hall of Fame. And then now we find out how this whole thing's going to play out. Baseball has had, to my knowledge, one special election in the years that I've been involved with the game, and that was in the early 70s when Roberto Clemente was killed on a plane on a welfare mission to Nicaragua. The plane went down, I think it was on Christmas Eve in 72 or 3, and they waived the 5-year period after a player retires before he becomes eligible for the Baseball Hall of Fame, and held the election and put him in inside 5 years, or after only a year or so after he passed away. So it's not unprecedented. They conceivably could hold a special election, and if it went as they expected it to have Pete Rose go into the Hall of Fame in July of this year, although I'm inclined to think that they will probably play it out and do it in 2026, which would be in keeping, but at the same time, you and I were talking earlier before I came on with you, it's not like he's got to wait 5 years because he's been waiting since 1989. And so whatever period is imposed on him, for me, will be wrong because he's paid his dues. Thank God he's now eligible, and I think it's a great day in Reds country as far as the Reds fans are concerned.
You have long said you did not want him to go in posthumously because you felt it was just incredibly unfair, but do your feelings change at all now that this is becoming real?
No, my feelings have not changed at all. And as I've said to people, and I say it again with you, I'm not a member of the family, so it's easy for me to state an opinion, but I've never been short on opinions to begin with. If this thing played out, and the fact that he had been elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame becomes a reality, if I were the family, I would say thanks, but no thanks. If you can't put him in while he can enjoy it when he's alive, and it takes presidential intervention to get Rob Manfred off his rear end and announce that the ban has been lifted, then I would want no part of it. But again, I'm not Fawn and Little Pete and Tara and Tyler and all the members of the Rose family. That's just one man's opinion. But I think they've wronged him, and to do it now to me is just almost sacrilegious.
Is there anything, is this really more for baseball and for the fans? And for the family at this point?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, if you got to wait till he dies, and I've said it for the last 6 years, and I know there are people probably listening now who have heard me speak to groups, and the subject came up, and I said that they will not allow him to be eligible for the Hall of Fame until after he's gone. And I just think it's a shame. It's no benefit to him because he can't enjoy it. I guess from a family's perspective, just to say Dad's finally in the Baseball Hall of Fame would certainly mean something to them. But I can't believe they feel any less wronged by the game of baseball for waiting as long as it's waited, even though Manfred announces a ban has been lifted today.
We have to admit, this is a banner day for sure.
Oh, there's no question about that. There's none. Especially, that's why I felt like something would happen before or leading up to Pete Rose night at the ballpark tomorrow night. And it'll be a jubilant crowd. It'll be a party atmosphere. It'll be all the things that you would expect it to be on top of what we anticipated it to be to begin with, because of the fact that now fans can come into that ballpark tomorrow night, standing room only, if in fact any of those tickets are still left, to celebrate the fact that now he's eligible to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Marty Brennaman, I know you're a dear friend of Pete Rose's. What would you say to him right now if you could?
I would say to him that God bless you for having the patience, not that you had anything to do with it, but the fact that what I feel has been a wrong in dealing with you and allowing this whole thing to play out after you're dead and gone. God bless you that you're finally going to have that opportunity, if in fact it means anything to you today, now. And as an afterthought, I would say I'll see you up there.
Marty Brennaman, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.